What's good everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It's your girl Mrs. and I'm back with another video. As you can see by the title, if you've been following me for a while, I love filming my full face of using makeup products, or favorite makeup products should I say, and hopefully I've been on a marathon giving you guys back-to-back videos of me pretty much going through my makeup collection, all my favorite products of the year. If that hasn't been the case, just ignore what I just said, but hopefully you guys have been enjoying this marathon if it's going on. But as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a full face using high-end makeup products. Not necessarily all these products I'm going to mention in this video were launched in 2020, but I've been enjoying and using them quite a lot. So I have decided to do two different versions of this video. So this video is going to be mainly focused on high-end, and then the next video would be affordable / drugstore makeup products. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I know people have their versions of what is classed as high-end. I know there's like luxury high-end like Tom Ford, Armani, Gucci and all that goodness. These products are classed as high-end to me because they are a little bit pricier in comparison to my other makeup products in my collection. So hopefully you guys will get the gist of that. Already done my brows off camera, which you guys know I tend to do. And funny enough, for someone that hasn't really been into pencils for a long time, I have actually been enjoying this combo, and it's the Benefit Goof Proof Pencil in the shade 4.5, and I love to set my brows with the 24-hour brow setter. Okay, so now the brows are pretty much done, I'm going to go into the base. Now you guys know I am more of a base girl, so when it comes to primers, it's very important for me. Unlike me that has normal to dry combination skin, I like to go in for something dewy and hydrating. These two primers have just been doing a lot for me. Now I know the Milk Hydro Grip primer has come out quite a while ago, and I only got it this year, and then Huda Beauty came out with their most recent water base or water jelly primer alongside with the foundation stick, and I've also been loving her too. So they're kind of pricey. This one I believe is £30, and I think this one was like £27. I did get both of them from Cosmetics Beauty. I think I'm just gonna go in with the shall I go in? Let's go in with the Huda. Let's go in with a bit of the Huda. So now I think a lot of people thought that the water jelly from Huda Beauty was gonna have the same sort of specs as the Milk Hydro Grip one. I personally don't think it does. Number one, the texture is very different, and it does have a bit of a grip once it dries, but not as, you know, powerful in terms of the grip in comparison to this one. And what I would like to do, just for a little extra step, especially on the days when I'm a little bit drier, I do like to go in with the Max Fix Plus spray, but this one is the all day hydrating spray with vitamin C. Soak in, girl. For the foundation, it was quite difficult in a weird way, because you guys know I do love foundation. And when it comes to foundations, I try to use all the foundations that I do have in my collection, but this one is a foundation that I have to think twice to not use it because I use it all the damn time. You guys know what it is. It's the Nars one. The Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation is life to me. I just love the formula. I love the coverage. It's not cakey. It's not heavy on the skin. And as much as I do love foundation, I still like my base and my skin to still look like skin. And this does it for me. I use the shade New Caledonia, and I just love the undertone. Just everything I just love. But I'm not gonna lie, when Huda Beauty came out with her Faux filter foundation stick, this was literally life to me. Like, I don't know what it is, okay? It's expensive for the amount of product that you get, but it's life. But when I say it literally just, look at that, it just melts into my skin. But I am gonna use this one. Or shall I use this one today? Now I already swatched it. I think I might use this one today. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with my hair yet, guys. Okay, I pretty much threw this wig on my head. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what style I'm doing. I might just keep the wig on because I can't bother. But yeah, let's just ignore that for now. Like, do you see what I mean in terms of the formula? It's just got this really nice dewy satin faux filter feel and look to the skin. So I'm gonna move on to concealers, and there's three concealers that I do alternate quite a lot. Number one is the Fenty Beauty, and this is the Pro Filter Retouch Concealer in the shade 390. This has a very very golden undertone. Like, girl, you can't get more golden than that. It's got a nice coverage, and funny enough, it doesn't actually feel as drying on my skin, so I do like this. The next concealer, which I also purchased this year, and it's the Uoma Beauty Stay Woke concealer. It's a really nice concealer. I love the feeling of the doe foot as well, because it's quite flexible and thick, but it's just so soft, and it just feels very like nourishing when I apply it under my eyes. This is in the shade Brown Sugar T2, as golden in comparison to the Fenty one, but it's just got a perfect amount of golden hue. And the next one, which is again another OG of mine, which is the Nars Radiant Creaming Concealer in the shade Amande or Amande. That's the Nars one. However, I've been really loving this whole applying one concealer and then applying another shade on top. This Too Faced Born This Way, once again, I bought it this year and I was late to the party, but telling you this for free, this is a nice full coverage concealer. Doesn't make me feel dry at all. Now, the only reasons why I've actually got into the habit of using two concealers is because this shade, in the shade Butterscotch, I feel it's just a little bit light for me to use it on its own. So I do need to get the shade Chestnut, guys. I know you keep telling me, I just haven't got round of doing it, but that's the shade Butterscotch. I'm gonna do this little mix right here. So with the Nars one in that shade, it does give me like a nice natural highlight in the inner portion of my face, but I just like an extra brighten under eye, so that's where I go in with this bad boy. Okay, so this is my base, looking a bit cray-cray, but girl, I'm loving my base, girl. Like, this look, the feel, everything, it just gives me life. So I'm actually going to cream bronze and then add a powder bronzer on top of that to set the bronzer. You guys know that bronzing is pretty much one of my favorite steps. Funny enough, I actually uploaded my full bronzer collection on my channel, and literally when I mentioned this product, actually got delivered the next day. It is the Uoma Beauty, and this is the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe. Yeah, Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick. And the shade that I mentioned in my bronzer collection was the shade Black Pearl, which is the darkest one. This is the one that I actually suggested to get if you're my skin twin. So this is the Brown Sugar shade. I don't know where the other one is. Nikki, I'm about to forget up and get... Shall I get it for you guys, just in case? It would be nice for me to do that, innit? Let me find it. It's in the shade Brown Sugar, and this one is in the shade Black Pearl. So even though Black Pearl is quite deep, it's still, to me, not like a grey cool tone as a contour shade. So yeah, that one is Brown Sugar and that one's Black Pearl. So creamy, like, look at that. That's just like the perfect creamy bronzer shade, girl. Oh no, I've got a spot there. Ew. Brush, it just literally just melts into the skin, guys. Like, no effort, no qualms, it just melts into the skin. It's just, oh, look at that. No one can chat to me today, you know. Everybody better chat to me nice. So that is pretty much done. I love the results of that. Going back to concealer, because I'm going to set it now with the translucent powder. I love setting powders, and especially for someone like me, I just want a setting powder that's pretty much perfect. And I know that doesn't really tend to exist in life, but again, I bought this year, and it is the Flower Powder by Beauty Bakery in the shade Plantain. Oh, my nose is itchy. What the hell? This is one bad boy powder. Like, look at that. This is practically done, you know. This is almost finished. Do you not see the emptiness? Do you see the emptiness? Do you see my heart breaking? Don't upset me. Like, I have gone through this like rotted. It's actually almost done, you know. I have gone through this like there's no tomorrow. However, if I'm gonna be thinking about something a little bit more pricier, the Laura Mercier, this one made me love setting powders, and they've obviously come out with this shade Honey in 2020, and girl, she is a beaut. I wish it was a little bit more deeper, like the Plantain one from Beauty Bakery. If the Laura Mercier Honey one was this shade, listen, it would have been absolutely perfect. So I think I'm just gonna use this one. Obviously you guys know this is like my favorite, but I'm gonna use this one because we're gonna be a little bit more luxe today. When I see people bake, I literally get so scared because I'm like, wow, that's a lot of powder in it. But then the final look always looks amazing on people, but whenever I try to bake, it just never looks good. It just never ever looks good. I don't know why it took them so long to even make this shade, but Laura Mercier definitely came through with Honey Girl. So now to obviously set my bronzer, I've been holding this girl all throughout this video, but it's definitely going to be the Charlotte Tilbury one. But this is probably the no, it's not probably, it is the most expensive bronzer I have in my collection. Do you look, nah, do you look see this? Bring it to my brows up here just to define that bridge. I never used to like doing that, by the way, but now I'm getting used to it. But I have to always go in with my sponge as well. Always blend, just always blend, girl, always blend. Blend it out, my girl, blend it out one time. Miss it one time. So just to give that extra airbrush finish, and speaking about airbrush, the Charlotte Tilbury, I once again got involved with these this year. I saw a lot of people using them and I'm thinking to myself, £35 for this powder? I'm not too sure about that, sis. But friend gave me number 3 and I fell in love with her. I've obviously hit pan. And then they came up with number 4 in this year and I fell in love with her and I've been using this ever since. So if you're my skin twin and you want something a little bit more deeper in terms of the undertone, I would definitely go for number 4. If you're dark, I'll go for number 4. But if you still like that highlighted look, go for number 3. So I think I'm gonna use number 3 because I haven't used number 3 under my eyes for quite some time. Powder is finely milled and it doesn't have a lot of coverage, which I like, because when it comes to powders, I don't really like adding face powders to get coverage. I just like it to just set my face, if that makes sense. So anything like this I love, but look, this, like, can you not just deep that? And I just love the finish of it. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to my next step, which is again one of my favorite products to use, which is blushes. I know blush is not for everyone, but it is for me. To be honest, I've literally just kept it old school and stick to my MAC blushes. I use 2 of my favorite, which is burnt pepper and the other one is raisin. But I did purchase this one this year, which is still quite like an oldish sort of, you know, collection or product or whatever. But this one from Nars in the shade Exhibit A. I know a lot of like dark skin was just raving about this blush and I can see why. It is very vibrant and powerful looking in person and on camera, but with a little tap with a fluffy brush, I love this type of shade. Is my face all done, so let's get on to the eyes. Yes, I am gonna go with the famous P. Louise base. I'm gonna use this one. This is in the shade Rumor, what shade? Rumor 03. Okay, so you guys know how we do hair. I always have to say my normal thing. You guys know I don't get down with eyeshadow palettes, but palettes honestly have literally just been life to me. I believe I got both of them from Look Fantastic. This one retails for like £46 and I think this one actually retails for like £44. So this is the Uoma Beauty or the shade or the theme called Poise. And then Jackie Aina's palette I've got recently as well. And girl, I didn't really appreciate Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes because I just feel like they're quite expensive, and for someone that don't really appreciate palettes, I just don't really like to spend my money on that kind of palette. Sorry, like, just being honest. This, oh no, she's got a bit of a dent. But this one, Jackie Aina's palette, this is stunning. I'm not gonna play around with this palette today because I am doing another video which is gonna feature with this palette, so I'm actually not gonna use this palette today. I'm gonna use the Jackie Aina's palette. I think I'm gonna create a look off camera, you know, just to get a little bit of inspiration and then do the other eye on camera with you guys. So just bear with, let me just get in my moment and then I will see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so I have created a look that I've never done before, and funny enough, I actually just went back to Jackie Aina's reveal video when she obviously came up with this palette, and I pretty much copied the look. And when I saw the shades that she was using, I was like, oh hell no, this is not gonna work for me in terms of my style, but I think I'm feeling it. But maybe perhaps once I get my lashes on, it would just look much better. So the first shade that she went in with is the shade Pinker, which is a gorgeous shade, by the way. Like, I don't have anything like that. Then I'm just gonna go in with like a clean fluffy brush and just blend out the edges. This is the next shade that she used, Wigglies, which is just a gorgeous shade. I definitely do not have anything like that in my collection. I haven't actually used the shade yet either, but it's like a burnt sort of orangey copper shade. Oh, so stunning. It's got like red in it as well. So I'm gonna go into Credit, which is the dark brown. And guys, when I say this brown ain't no joke, like, she is dark, she is brown, and she is pigmented. So she put it on her outer V. And then she done the step, yeah, and I literally was like, but she actually went into the shade Supreme. Now this to me is like one of those bubble gum pinky shades, but it's very pretty and it literally works. So I'm gonna go into that shade there. So on a little small fluffy tapered detailing brush, she went into the crease area above Wigglies. One thing I don't like about eyeshadow, man, it just takes whole heap of blending, you see? I ain't got the patience for it, like, honestly. Add some lashes. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this hair. I'm gonna do something. I might not even do nothing, who knows, but let me just, you know, fix up a little bit, do the lashes, and then get back to you guys so we can finish off the makeup look. Right, so I did end up doing my hair. I just couldn't really be bothered. It's after midnight anyway, like, who's got time? I think we're just gonna go straight onto the lips, and that's pretty much it. So I do usually stick with MAC ones or the Fenty lipsticks or the lip paints. I really do love her lip products. Like, I think they're very pigmented. It's amazing. So my favorite new shade from Fenty is the shade Unbutton, which is just a beautiful, like, such a stunning nude. Like, I'm literally obsessed. If it's not like a regular lipstick, I just tend to go with glosses, and you guys know that I am obsessed with gloss. And Fenty Beauty has recently come up with these lip creams, which is like a lip cream and a lip gloss, and they are so pigmented and flawless and just stunning. That shade is the Fenty Glow one. With the new addition to my collection that I actually purchased this year was the lipstick from Huda Beauty, and now I understand why people say that her formulas are actually quite nice. I do want to try Juvia's Place lipstick, so that is definitely something that I'm gonna invest in. But this particular shade is Board Meeting, and again, it's just a really nice new shade down there. My MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut is like one of my favorite lip liners, if not my favorite lip liner. But me and her always get into argument because the girl has gone missing again. So my little trick that I tend to do if I can't find lip liner in the shade Chestnut is to use a MAC lipstick in the shade Film Noir, which is like a really like dark chocolate brown. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty lip paint in the shade Unbutton. And now I'm just gonna go in with Fenty Glow. I haven't actually used Fenty Glow since I've got her. Not in a completed makeup look, should I say. So I'm gonna go in with Fenty Glow. One of my favorite set spray that I would class as a little bit more on the higher end is the Fenty Beauty, what's it called? What you do? Something dewy, but the dewy hydrating setting spray for Fenty Beauty is one of my faves. I ordered her, but she's a little bit late due to the whole COVID situation and deliveries. The only setting spray that I do have that I wouldn't really class it as high end, but it's the most expensive one in my collection, I guess, is the Morphe. And this is the Luminous setting spray, which is also one of my favorite setting spray of all time. So I'm just going to use this because I ain't got nothing else, and I definitely need to set my face now. So this is the final uncompleted look, and I must say I have really enjoyed filming this video. I'm feeling this glam, and you know what, I'm actually really feeling these eyes. Like, it may not be Jackie Aina, you know, standard, but I'm actually really feeling this combo, and I just want to thank you guys once again for all the love and support. And make sure you do thumbs up this video if you really enjoyed it. That really helps me out a lot. And also let me know what is one of your favorite makeup products of 2020. I will list all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much once again. Make sure you subscribe on your way out, and I would love to see you guys in my next video. Bye.